Today's episode is sheer madness. Let's get started, everybody. Hey, in this video, we're going to look at a few different ways we can use what is called the shear tool. The first thing we need to start with is a shape. So I'm just going to make a rectangle. You can apply it to any shape, any illustration, and click that. Now the next thing is the shear tool is a little bit hidden. There's probably a couple different areas it is in these drop down menus on the top, but it's actually inside, buried inside under the scaling tool. So if we click on the scaling tool and hold it, this little side menu comes up and we'll see the shear tool right here. Once we have that, we can actually just reselect our shape and then apply the shear tool to it. And you could really just, make it go in any shape. It kind of has a sort of 3D effect. Usually it is used by holding the shift key to create basically really nice geometric effects. This can be the basis of a box or some other three-dimensional shape. The next thing I'm going to show with the shear tool is that it can actually be also applied to type to create a vintage effect like this. So let's put some type on the screen. I'll just type in vintage to start with, V-I-N-D-A-G-E, because I can spell today. Some days I can't. Okay, let's make that larger. Let's find a cool font to use. Vintage fonts tend to look best, especially when the shear tool is used on them. They look best when they're a condensed font. Let's drag through my list here and see if I can find a good one that is not already condensed. We're going to go with this Luddington font, which is an old letterpress font that I digitized. Actually, no, let's go with Veronica. That's a little more fun. So we got this fun hand lettered font. Says vintage. Again, the same thing we need to do is make sure the font's selected, and then you can just drag the tool to get this nice vintage effect. We'll type in effect underneath. Scale that up. Spell it correctly. I think this is an all caps font. Let's get a script for that. Or maybe a script I think would look really good. Go down the list. I know I have some brush scripts in here. Some sign painter brush script. Yeah, there we go. That's a nice one. Vintage effect. There we go. We can color these. Let's maybe make that one an orange. That one a red. Option, drag that over. PHE, the vintage effect. There you go. And you can actually, if you double click on the type, you can even go in here and still change it. The retro, let's go to the retro effect. So yeah, that is how you use the shear tool on both shapes and type. Thanks for watching.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
I do have one more thing to show. We did see how to take something like a square like this and go to a shape like this by dragging the corners using the shear tool. Let me do that one more time. So, grab the shear tool. And I was kind of just freehand doing it. But you can be more specific and actually type in values. So let me show you that real quick, and then we'll be done for the day. All right. So I am going to drag in the old Happy Accidents panel. Well, the One More Thing panel. Happy Accidents. I think there's special adult diapers for that. Too much information once again. So all you really need to do to make the direct select tool work with a specific value is to select the object, double click on the direct select tool, and you can input different values in it here. You can go horizontal, vertical, angles. Let's go horizontal. Let's make a little less of an angle. There's a few other options here to if you want to skew or you want to shear the patterns, things. But basically that's it. So you can actually go in and just type in values by double clicking on the shear tool in the menu bar, and maybe get a little bit more precise angle if you need it. That's it for now. See you later.